Is it just me, or did anyone else get a chubby when they started playing that Game of Thrones theme? My goodness, things are starting to get juicy now, and I'm even more glad that I decided to give this series a shot because I'm very much getting pulled in. Sir Duncan is quickly becoming one of the most interesting characters that we've seen in the world of Westeros, and we've really been introduced to a lot of characters over the years. And I think what really makes this guy stand out so much is the fact that he is kind of like that everyman. He is the average Joe living in Westeros. He's not noble, he's barely a knight, he doesn't have any kind of fancy armor or wealth. He just is a guy who is trying to do the right thing in a world where it's very rigged. This episode really pulled me in even more than the previous episodes, and it shows us what does a good man look like and what does a good man not look like. Spoiler alert, it does not look anything like this cunt. We saw in Game of Thrones just how absolutely brutal a trial by combat can be. It is literally a fight to the death. It's a fight to prove that you are innocent, which I don't really know how that works. It doesn't really mean that you're innocent just because you're a good fighter. But either way, in this series, we're being introduced to something different, a trial of 7. And the reason we're seeing this trial of 7 is because this bitch right here does not want to fight his own battle. What exactly is it with the royal family and acting cowardly? Joffrey was a coward. He was pretending that he was going to go into battle in that second season, but we all know he wasn't going to. And this guy seems to be very much a coward too. He's hoping that other people will die in his stead. I mean, he could easily just withdraw that complaint. They did present that option to him, but no. He wants to invoke this ancient bullshit. Homie would rather watch other people get killed, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen next week because I did not read the books, but I'm assuming that Arryn is going to survive the next episode. At the start of this episode, we see Duncan in his cell, and he's visited by Egg, and you can see that he's feeling very hurt by this deception. I know that Egg didn't mean to be deceptive. He kind of got caught up in this moment of, okay, I really want to be a squire, and this guy's looking for a squire, so maybe I'll approach him and see how it goes. But he really wasn't thinking very clearly at all. I mean, he is young. That does make sense, right? But even if Duncan hadn't punched this guy in the face, he still would have been in hot water when it was revealed that Egg, the missing prince, was hanging out with this lowly knight the whole time. I think Duncan would have still ended up in jail. It wouldn't have mattered what Egg said. Oh, it was my idea to go with him. No, they wouldn't have cared about that. He's a kid. He's royal. They would have put Duncan in jail and probably tried to kill him. You can tell that Egg really does feel bad about the problems that he's caused for Duncan, which makes him very much not like the normal Targaryens, because the normal Targaryens, they don't have something like empathy. They are really mostly just selfish and self-centered and all about, themselves. But Egg does seem to care. He has that empathy. He has that understanding. He's got something that the Targaryens typically don't have, especially the ones that are being affected by that madness caused by the incest. So Egg doesn't seem to be one of the crazy Targaryens, and it doesn't seem like Baelor is either. By the way, this guy Baelor, he just shot up in my book as well. Mad props to him, because he just volunteered to fight on the side against his own nephew. Now, I'm assuming that in this trial by 7, he's not going to actually put hands on Arryn. He's probably going to leave that for someone else, but it's still really noble of him to take sides against his own family, because he is going with what is right and what is wrong. It was wrong what Arryn did, so he is standing by this fellow knight, as a knight really should. But man, this family drama is messy with a capital M. The Targaryen family reunion, now that's one that I think I would sit out. Trial of 7 is going to be pretty interesting, and I have to assume that some of the characters that I started liking a lot in this episode are probably going to meet an unfortunate end, because this is Westeros, this is George R.R. Martin's writing we're talking about here, and I'm really bummed and I'm really nervous about who might meet their end. All I know for sure is I want this gentle giant Steely to be okay. The man has the heart of a teddy bear. He's big, he looks like he could mess somebody up, but man, he seems like a genuinely good guy. Oh, and also Sir Raymond. When he saw that Duncan's chances of surviving this were dwindling because he lost people that were volunteering to fight with him, he said, make me a knight so I can fight by your side. That takes some serious cojones. So yeah, mad props to both of those characters. I'm big into them. I'm really gonna be sad. I feel like that guy is so nice that they're going to kill him in the next episode. George R.R. Martin is sick like that. He likes to take your emotions. He likes to take the characters that you like and just destroy them. So someone's going to get destroyed next week. I just don't know who it's going to be, but I'm not looking forward to having my heart broken. I felt really bad when Duncan was trying to convince people in the audience to fight by his side. Nobody was interested. And then it seemed like this one guy might be interested. And then he stood up and did the immature thing of farting and getting that whole crowd laugh. That scene actually was pretty very funny, but yeah, I felt bad for Duncan. But at the same time, I think I can kind of understand the audience's reluctance to volunteer, because this is going to be a fight to the death. Anybody who volunteers in this fight is likely to either get very, very hurt or die. It's not likely that anyone's going to go through this with no scratches. So I'm thinking I would probably be like these people and sit there very quietly. I'm sorry, homie. I hear your plight. I feel really bad for you. You did a good thing. You did a really good thing. But I don't know you, and so I'm not willing to die. Bottom line, the show is really starting to reach a solid stride. This is the most intense feeling episode that we've had so far. It feels like the cards have been laid out onto the table, the stakes are more clear, and the characters are becoming way more interesting. And the episodes are so intense, the pacing is so efficient that it's just flying by. And I do know that, yeah, part of the reason it's flying by is because these are shorter episodes, but it does still, regardless, it feels like it's flying by. What do you guys think about the runtime, and what do you guys think about this episode? If you saw it, put your thoughts on it in the comments and let me know what did you think of it. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to hear more things from me, subscribe to this channel. Later.